Ndị be anyị ekenere m unu. Asị m ka nke e chiri ya zelu. Asị m unu ụtụtụ ọma, ehihie ọma, mgbede ọma, site n'ebe isi wee na-esore anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa na Eastern News 24. Anyị si na ọ ya dịrị onye ọbụla na mma kada bụ ndị na-esore anyị n'ilu akwụkwọ n'ihe anyị na-ebe dị iche iche. N'ụbọchị nke taa anyị si na ọ ya dịrị anyị Igbo na mma na anyị yarị ka echi na echi ede agwụ agwụ. Ife anyị na-akpọ ya bụ ife wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ ife anyị na-akpọ ya bụ morning tea n'ilu akwụkwọ. Ihe a bụ gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe na-eme na obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, ana gbasịta maka nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'ilu akwụkwọ nwetara unu ka unu ga ya bụ ife, unu ga-esi ya bụ ife na tinye alụ nke unu ife unu chere gbasịta maka ihe ndị a niile o kwugasị n'ilu akwụkwọ dị iche iche n'ụbọchị nke taa na morning tea. Dịka ị na-ege ya bụ ife, dropkwara your own comment n'ilu akwụkwọ, ọ dịkwa nnukwu mkpa. All right, over to you, sir.
Working in Biafra government, so that you will have the reason to be a good patriotic citizen of Biafra, so that your children can grow and have hope, and so that you are going to have a society where the government will take responsibility both in the security of property and life, making sure our women are not being butchered, making sure our children are not getting killed. So, my fellow Biafrans, the road to that freedom will begin tomorrow. What do we intend to gain? What do we intend to achieve from this 30 days lockdown of Nigeria institutions in Biafra land? What we try to achieve are as follows. We are trying to delegitimize Nigeria within Biafra territory. It is part of the struggle for the international recognition in accordance with the Montevideo Convention of Statehood. We are trying to prove to the world that Nigeria has lost every legitimacy to govern the people of Biafra. We are trying, and the Biafra people has lost confidence, and we are furthering this particular confidence that they have lost on Nigeria. We also want to use the opportunity to show to the world that only alternative is the Biafra government, which the people are loyal to. We want to also use the opportunity to prove to the world that Nigeria has failed to solve its political and economic crisis that has befallen the country, and the country has become a failed nation. We want to prove to the international community that the Biafran are well organized and they are ready to provide solutions to the problem that Nigeria could not solve, especially to the Biafra people, so that those who we are going to leave behind, like the Afranjas, who claim to be educated, but the Biafra person was the first professor in their land, so that they will learn from the doggedness and the bravery of the Biafra people. I want you to understand that the killing of Biafrans during the war, which they are using as a tactics, as a tool to kill the spirit and the morale of Biafrans, we have defeated that particular tactics, which they will always remind you, were you born during the war? Did you not see how children died? Oh, there was hunger. Do you have food? All those nonsense they have used to instill fear on our people, we have actually defeated that fear. Today, Biafra are standing gallantly facing these monsters and terrorists that call themselves state. My fellow Biafrans, we have prepared you for the past 3 years to what is to come from tomorrow. The reason we embarked on countless and countless civil disobedience of sit at home, and the terrorist state and their enablers in Biafra land were busy struggling how to suppress the civil disobedience of sit at home, because they know where we are going. Today, what we have prepared you for, it is time to write exam. This particular lockdown is not applicable to businesses, is not applicable to traders, is not applicable to hospitals, is not applicable to schools. It is only applicable to the Secretariat police stations and barracks. We are starting from there. If you know you work there, from tomorrow, stay in your house. Because you will be used as a propaganda machine when they have killed you in order to blame Simon Ekpa. Nobody is going to listen to you. We are at war officially with Nigeria. So if you die, you become a victim of the war. The war as of today is not conventional war. And I would like to remind you, I didn't say it. The Chief of Defense Staff, Musa, have on several occasions confirmed that they are at war with Biafra. In the first he mentioned that he is fighting guerrilla warfare. Secondly, he mentioned they were fighting jungle warfare. And then thirdly, he confirmed that they are now fighting asymmetric warfare. I did not say all these things. He said it. So what I'm trying to tell you now is that no matter how they try to cover this asymmetric warfare, which was the last thing he mentioned, that particular asymmetric warfare is happening in Biafra land. Do not fall a victim of stray bullet. When the Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters will be engaging these terrorists, our plan is to push them out of Biafra land. It does not matter how many years it is going to take. Even one of the Afonja actually explained what I'm not going to call it, but they know exactly the kind of war that we have, we are facing within the Nigeria terrorist state. They will be the one to be mentioning it. They will be the one to be saying it. All we have to do is to make sure our women and children are defended. They have come with all manner of propaganda telling you, oh, you are bringing insecurity to Biafra land. He is the one causing problem. He is the one bringing the military and all that. All those lies, does not last long. And I have asked them, when they were killing people in Nnamdi Kanu's house, I was not an IPOB member. I was not even a Biafra agitator. I was not even part of the Biafra. I joined in 2019. Before I joined, thousands of Biafra has been killed. Thousands of Biafra has been adopted by the Nigeria terrorist state. Before I joined Biafra struggle, thousands of Biafra have died in detention. It was not Simon Ekpa. And what I'm trying to do today is to make sure that the atrocities committed against Biafra people before I even joined the Biafra struggle is revenged. Number one, we must revenge the killings of Biafrans in the 60s. Today, nobody has been tried in any court internationally as for war crime. For the crime of genocide, which is the highest crime that have committed after the Holocaust, nobody has been tried in Nigeria. We will take that law into our hand by defending our land today. In the 21st century, the mark of that, the wound of that killings of Biafra is very, very, very glaring on us today. And what we have to do is to teach lesson to those who have killed us and still bragging after 50 years. After 50 years, they have put a system that have disenfranchised every Biafran, that have marginalized us, that have put poverty as the only inheritance as a Biafran under Nigeria. They enacted a law that made sure that every resources that come from Biafra land is being controlled in Abuja by the Fulanis, while the natural resources like gold in the north is being controlled by them. How can you live in a country such as this, where there are two laws, where they have restructured the country, and in the north they are practicing Sharia law, controlling their own natural resources, the gold, and the gold that they found in Zamfara belong to Zamfara state, while natural resources in Biafra land belong to the federal government? How do you reconcile that? My fellow Biafrans, this is not the first time they are giving loan or loaning money from outside the country and the Biafra land was excluded. During the time of DK Kwerimadu that is serving jail term in London today, they collected loan from China and not Southeast was excluded from that loan. Today, they have also excluded the Southeast and South part of Biafra in the student loan, which is even a very good development, because before, during the time they shared the loan from China, they gave at least 1 small percent to the South then, because then it was not clear whether these people have been deceived or not. My fellow Biafrans, during the time of Obasanjo, when the 6th geopolitical zone was created, in order to divide the Biafra people, divide us into pieces, so that they will tell you that the 5 eastern states is the Biafra they are fighting for. My brothers and sisters, today we have defeated them by defining our map, and that map is undisputed. The only time this particular map of 40 states will be disputed is when we are at the United Nations. When the United Nations will come, if they like, and we are going to again challenge any alteration of this map to the highest level. So everyone today who is very proudly finding himself or herself in the map of 40 states of Biafra must understand that you are going to be protected at all costs. We are not going to cede not even 1 quarter or not even 1 plot of that map to anywhere. You are going to be protected by the Biafra government. I will make sure that everything we do today is using through democracy, not by dictatorship. We have conducted self-referendum, which is still ongoing, and the people scattered all over these 40 states has spoken today, over 50 million of them. 50 good million. How many were you in the Nigeria general election? Because the people are tired and they are no longer interested in Nigeria. Only 25 million. Today we have doubled that number. And this has further shown that not only that these people disenfranchise us, there is no data. It was on purpose. They made sure that there is no data so that they will continue to tell lies about your population. Biafra, we are going to have one of the world-class database systems, just like Finland. My brothers and sisters and my fellow citizens of Biafra, I promise you that I am bringing Finland to Biafra. And what does that mean? What it means is that I am bringing a system of government.
Tupu ya gaa n'iru, biko metụ aka na share button, share ya bụ ife na anụ, metụ aka na subscription and turn on notification. Ọ dị nnukwu mkpa tupu ya gaa n'iru gosiri ihe ndị ọzọ fọnụ.
Where your right will be protected. I am bringing a system of government where if you do not have money, the government will care for you. I am bringing a system of government where you can stay in your home and cast your vote. I am bringing a system of government where you are going to have a world-class and world-standard national insurance scheme where you can go to hospital and without dropping any deposit, the hospital will treat you. You are going to be examined with the world-class, state-of-the-art machines and facilities. That is the kind of system I'm bringing. I am bringing Finland to Nigeria, to Biafra, and after that, every other thing about security will be a bygone. I am bringing Finland to Biafra, where the political parties will have their elections and the people will make their choice without anybody carrying gun to kill each other. I am bringing a system where you can never forge our national identity card nor the Biafra passport. I am bringing a system of government where you are going to travel as a Biafran, and whenever you present your ID card or passport, the or immigration authority will already know that Biafra is built on the marble and on stone, that nobody can forge and present their identity card on or the international passport. I am bringing Finland to Biafra. It is going to be a system where when you answer yes, your yes is yes. Not when you answer yes, somebody will go and start investigating it, whether it was supposed to be no. I am bringing a sense system, what is going to be the beginning of the civilization in Africa. That is exactly what I'm bringing to the Biafra people. And I know they understand this. I have promised them several times, I am bringing Finland to Biafra. Today, everything the Biafra Republic government in exile has done is exactly the system of Finland. We have adopted the national ID card, which is going to have a very highly secured e-ID card that has the same feature with the European Union ID card. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that the security features of our national ID card as a government in exile and the de facto government who is yet to gain independence, the security feature is the same standard with the European Union? That's where we are starting. Very expensive, but it is worth doing. What this means is that the database system of Biafra is going to be as strong as the Schengen system. What it means is that the system I am bringing to Biafra is where we will go into agreement and negotiation with other world powers and other countries that if you must do business with us, you are going to respect our citizens, respect their international traveling document, where we are going to go into agreement to understand that we need each other and actually they need us more than we need them. So if as a Biafran, you are going to travel to many countries visa free. I am promising Biafra people that by the special grace of God, I am bringing a system of government where you are going to be more valued than all these countries that are issuing visa or citizenship on investment, where you can travel over 120 something countries when you have their international passport. Biafra is going to be more and better than them. We have something they never had. But today, they are respected because of the system they have built, because they have a very secure system where the citizens of those countries are respected all over the world. My fellow Biafrans, believe me, you will have one day visa free to America. You will be begged to travel to America, and you will have no reason to travel to America, except when you want to go on holidays. And many of you will not even go to holidays because you are going to have that thing they have in America in Biafra land. My fellow Biafrans, I want to inform you that today we have a very high level meeting with developers that are already interested in building more than Dubai in Biafra land. I am just overwhelmed and too happy this evening that such is happening. That is the dream I have for the Biafra people. A lot of investors are already coming, knocking at our door. When are we coming? When are we coming? Is it after December? When should we start? The investment they are running, those investors that are running away from Nigeria, they are knocking at our door. And I promise them that from the December 2nd, we are going to have a very long way, because I know Nigeria is not going to give up very easily. But one thing I promise them is that it doesn't matter how long it takes. If it takes us 10 years to fight Nigeria after December 2nd, we are ready. If it takes us 20 years to fight Nigeria after December 2nd, we are ready. I have listened to so many people who were talking rubbish on social media, saying, oh, does it mean that all the fight they are fighting all this while, it is not a fight then? These are idiots. These are idiots that knows nothing about freedom fighting. They have not brought anything to the freedom, to the struggle. They have never contributed anything. Many of them do not even believe. But today, they are advisors. They are the one telling you, oh, why is it that you are starting the fight now? So the fight that is happening, what about it? Yes, you don't tell us how to fight. If you think you have advice to give, you come into the system, the door is open for you. Come and tell us what you got. But we have a template that must not be altered. That template is that we will continue to delegitimize Nigeria until December. That template is that all the terrorist forces that is representing Nigeria in Biafra land will continue to kiss the dust. Till, even if it is one person that is remaining, if that one person doesn't leave, we will continue to follow that one person until it kiss the dust, and then the Biafra government will take charge completely. My fellow Biafrans, our template is very, very clear. We have fought war, very, very brutal war that supervised the death of millions of Biafrans. Now we have learned our lesson, and we also study Nigeria, how to dismantle this Nigeria, evil Nigeria, and that's exactly the pattern we are applying in this fight. And believe me, Nigeria will never ever survive this after 2nd of December. Nobody will listen to what we have done and see what we have done so far and ignored over 50 million vote. Even though we know how they are politically correct all the time, the international diplomacy and all that, our target is to navigate all these difficulties, all this international diplomacy, all this nonsensical political correctness. We are going to navigate it after 2nd of December. It is when the brain will start to work. I want all of you to understand that you must be very optimistic, stand very firm, be resilient. Our defense system is getting better by the day. The Biafra Defense Army, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters, and the Navy, they are all working together every day, and we are getting better and better. From tomorrow, our target will be those who have been killing our women, those who have been facilitating the kidnapping of our people. If you don't know, the military, Nigeria Army terrorists are the one that is responsible for all the kidnapping all over Nigeria. The kidnapping are happening even very close to the checkpoint, where the military are sharing the proceeds from the ransom being paid to these terrorists. There has been many testimony where the people that were kidnapped have paid ransom, and on their way coming out, they met Nigeria Terrorist Army, and the only thing they were asking is, how much did you pay to these Fulani kidnappers? They want to know how much the person have paid, so that they are going to get their own share of the money. I am telling you, many people who have escaped and who have succeeded in paying ransom and coming out alive, and they met military on their way out, has testified this thing, that the military were only interested in asking how much have they paid to the terrorists, so that when they collect their money, they know exactly how much they have paid. So my fellow Biafrans, we have come to end this particular criminality, terrorism against our people. And that's exactly what the Biafra government is doing. I am here to end this fight. Like I've always said, I will never hand over slavery and this particular fight to my next generation. I am here to hand them over freedom. And freedom, I will hand over to them, and not this continuation of slavery under Nigeria system, not under the British company. I am here to hand over freedom to my people. You can hate me, you can like me. At the end of the day, it is not what you call me today that matters to me. It is what you are going to call me 10 years to come. From here, I will welcome questions and answers for some people. Those who want to ask questions, I am here. And those who want to help me to answer questions also will be allowed to answer questions on my behalf, especially when those people come with some funny questions. Other people can help to answer such questions. But I'm here for serious questions. For those who have very serious questions, I will be here to address all your questions and all your concerns. But one thing you must know is that I am not a pushover. And I believe Nigeria have seen that. If you think that Simon Ekpa is somebody you can push over, then you don't know me. I am here to end Tinubu. I am here to end Nigeria. I am here to end the Usman Danfodio legacy. I will end it. The people who have ended it in their different countries doesn't have two heads. I am going to be more than any of all those people who have fought freedom, including Gandhi. I am here to be more than Gandhi. Gandhi did not even fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. Nelson Mandela did not fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. And so I brought out myself. You know, I'm well cooked for this particular freedom. So anybody thinking that Simon Ekpa is going down, you don't know what is coming. You still have a long way to go. I will be here to finish this job, and by December I will issue a declaration for the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, and the flag of Biafra will rise very, very high all over the world. That day, every license office all over the world of Biafra will rise the Biafra flag very, very high. We will raise it very, very high, from homeland to all over the world. And then after that, the diplomatic battle will begin for recognition of Biafra government. Thank you. Northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. They are using him as, that is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the Northern Nigeria and the Middle Belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy. And I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. Because what I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we
exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone, completely gone, because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible. Another thing is that Biafrans have seen that we have a map. That map has not been disputed by anybody. That is to show you how far we have gone. I'm still waiting for the intellectuals, as our leader used to call them, to come and debate or dispute the map of Biafra. And we have administrators, every person have voted in all these 40 states. It is not, nobody is disputing it. And that should be, and I know that is what is actually worrying these people. Because how did this guy come up with map? I did not come up with any map. The people themselves were the one who have, presented their map to Biafra government, and we did not impose any map on anybody. That is the good thing about consultation and, of course, using a true democratic process to liberate the people. That's what we have done. And that is exactly what the multidimensional approach means. Exploring every approach, every possibilities from every context, from every, from every solution that you can think of. And that's why we are using this multidimensional approach, the political approach, diplomatic approach, and armed struggle approach. When they hear armed struggle, you want to carry arm against Nigeria, where are they today? When we started, all of you, when we started, where do you have the arms? Where is the money? What is happening today? And we are just starting. That's why I told them, you can never defeat this army of Biafra. Never. Not in this generation, not in generation to come. Not what Ojukwu and the Biafra army did in the 67 we were doing. We have learned our lesson. We dictate how we're going to fight you, and we are fighting you the way we want. And there is nothing you can do to change the tactics of this fight. That is one thing I trust about the Biafra Defense Forces. Well grounded in what we are doing. When instruction is given, they know exactly what to do. So you can never defeat us this time around. We will fight you until, even if it is one person that is remaining, not from the Biafra side, though, because we can never remain. It can never go bad that we are going to fight until we remain one. Never. But you see, Nigeria terrorist forces, we will fight them until they remain one. And that one will be buried alive. Thank you very much. Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace, or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. And you see this thing we are asking now, that you must recognize the Biafra referendum. It is going to end in the round table when the stupid and foolish ones have died in Biafra land. Because many of those soldiers, those terrorists they are sending, they are going to die, all of them in Biafra land. You cannot just come to kill us and we'll watch you and fold our arms to watch you kill our women and children. It's not possible. So you will die in Biafra, and your spirit will never be alive to witness the round table discussion of how they are going to accept the referendum of Biafra and how Biafra will come. Because it is going to come and it is going to happen. Everything happening today will end up in a round table. And we have prepared for that. I am telling you. We have given an offer, very reasonable offer, engage Finland to come as a mediator. That offer is on the table. We have also offered them even flight ticket and hotel to come and be an observer for the Biafra's convention in Finland. Since they say that Samanekpa is unreachable, it's an opportunity for them to come. That offer has been given. It shows that somebody is reasonable. And the only people that are reasonable is the Biafra government, not the Nigeria. Because they feel that they are untouched. They feel that they cannot talk to anybody. They feel that they can use gun and bullet to suppress us like they do to every other thing that try to rise in Nigeria. And I'm telling them today that with the gun and the barrels of the gun, you can never defeat us. The more you bring gun, the more stubborn and the more strong we become. I am telling you the fact. So you can never defeat us. But you see, after the foolish people have died, the remaining one will still come to the table, and we are going to discuss the partition of Nigeria and Biafra. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you in Europe.
Ebo mana ege ntị, daalụ rinne na ụmụ ife ka unu si wee na-esoro anyị n'ilu akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24 n'ụbọchị nketa anyị na-akpọ ya morning tea. Unu anụgonu ya bụ ife mkpakọrịta ụka ya bụ ife Maazị Simon Ekpa bụ Biafran Prime Minister or Biafran Republic Government na-eze anyị dịka o si dị n'afọ ka o si ada n'iru akwụkwọ. Gịnị ka ị nwere ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ dị iche iche? Dropụla ya on the comment section below. Ọzọ dịkwa ka ibe ya bụ ọbụna nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ, onye na-afụ ya bụ ihe onyonyo anyị kaba alụ ka ị like ya and turn on notification, share kwe ka o wetakwa ndị ọzọ ụmụnne anyị dị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Daalụ rinne na Igbo ọma na-ege ntị. Oge na-adịrị anya onye ndu ya apụta n'ụlọ mkpọrọ. Ka emesịanụ ụmụnne m.